everyone, and happy Thursday. Welcome to the Vampire Diaries After Show here on the stream.tv. Oh my gosh, Kai has empathy, you guys. Empathy! Did we ever think that that was going to happen? I didn't, but I'm glad it has. I'm your host tonight, Meghan Lamontagne, and I am joined by my Vampirelicious co-host. Starting to my left, we got Jessica.
Hey guys.
And the lovely Melinda Hale. And filling in for Rachel, we have Lauren Kelly.
Hey.
All right, guys.
She's back.
Yes, she's back. I love it. I'm so excited. Okay, so Kai has empathy. I did not see that coming. So apparently he inherited, when they did the merge, some of Luke's personality. Is this going to continue for Kai?
I called it.
Okay, was it you who called it?
I was like, Kai's going to be good, just wait. And then you guys got on me because I didn't think that about Damon. But
yeah,
I knew it was going to happen.
Well, last week I think it was you, Melinda, and you were like, he's gonna turn good. And then sure enough, this week he's like, I can't kill. And it was...
He's like, I'm crying. I don't know what this water is coming from my face.
He's just brilliant. But it was different. It was different seeing Kai being a little bit of the nice guy. Lauren?
Well, last time I was here, you guys loved the fact that he was so bad.
I know.
I still love the fact that he's so bad.
How did you feel about it, seeing him kind of as a different character tonight? Did you like it?
No.
Okay, yeah,
No,
why?
still, I actually like Kai less now. Like, I would have either rather he died or stay mean. Like, I don't like this back and forth with him quivering his head and like not being able to figure out if he wants to be good or
No,
bad.
Lauren, I agree with you.
I kind of agree too. I don't want to see him become the new Damon. Like, that's why we needed Kai in the first place, because we needed that bad guy.
Right.
And Damon wasn't doing it anymore.
But then we saw Bonnie, finally, after how many weeks? And the poor girl is just drinking her little soul with bourbon away. And that apparently meant that she was ready to kill herself. So then we get this entire thing going where Jeremy is going to go over to the other side and help her with Kai's help. Oh my gosh. And then it just got into this entire cluster of things. Liv shows up. She ends up, you know, stabbing Kai. Oh my gosh. So let's just talk about that scene. There was a lot of blood.
Bloody scene.
A lot of blood.
It was crazy. Everybody was just like stabbing each other
with these random objects.
Yeah, the fork.
Well, we
and
haven't seen any like vampire attacks lately, so we needed some blood.
That's such a good point. We need him to vamp out a little bit more.
I think the last bloody episode was when Kai was introduced and they showed when he had already killed all his family.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Yeah,
that was
right.
weird, but that was a while ago.
I remember when the show like had the whole storyline where like we saw Damon's past in the institute, and it was so bloody that whole season. And then this season has been a lot tamer.
Right.
Do we think that Liv should have followed Tyler's advice and just sort of ran for the hills? Because she at the time didn't know that Kai is now turning nice because of Luke. Or do we agree with what Liv did? Just kind of go crazy?
I think it needed to happen just as for a Kai character development moment.
And you guys are blowing up YouTube. You guys are blowing up YouTube, and like everybody is in consensus. Like, Liv needs to go.
Yeah.
I'm looking at like I look down and it's Denise V, and it's like Liv just has to go.
I'm not a fan of her.
Raise your
character.
hand if you're agreed. She needs to
Sorry, Liv.
Liv, like, you're a great actress, but you and your boobs need to go to another TV show. The girl's got some great boobs.
She has an awesome bod.
I'm not telling you guys like check her out, but like she's always wearing big T-shirts because they're trying to make her look younger. But like some scenes, Jessica and I are like,
we're like, damn girl.
We're like, okay.
Yeah, I wonder what it feels like to have that problem.
Yep.
So then we transition over into seeing more of Bonnie's story, and she is really struggling. I can't deal with this anymore. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna end it.
You know what I loved, just speaking on the Bonnie thing, I really loved seeing how much Damon cared about her. Like, he was really sad that she got to that point, because he didn't think she ever would, and they made this really good pact, like they would never get to that point. I don't know, I like seeing him care about her so much.
Calling her Bon.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh,
that was
Damon.
cute.
Right.
That was also the first moment in a really long time that I like felt emotional too. Like the finale of last season was the only time I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna cry. And then when I saw Bonnie crying, I like teared up a little bit. Way to go, Kat Graham. That was good.
She works it. She totally does. And then seeing her and Jeremy back together, even though she didn't really know he was there.
Right.
He was there, and we have a moment with them too, and I liked it. I felt like the chemistry wasn't the same, only because I think naturally when you're filming and you're not filming with that person for a while, it's gonna lack chemistry. So I felt the lack of chemistry, but Jeremy is peacing out soon, so you know.
This episode made me so sad. Like, it was that moment of like, oh, we're not getting this anymore. Like, this is it. So I don't know what they're planning for next week, but I have a feeling it's gonna break our hearts.
I know, and what do we think is going on with Bonnie? She's heading to Nova Scotia, what's happening?
To get magic, I guess,
yeah, I think she's gonna try to get Ketzia's magic. And then hopefully come back. Finally.
Okay, but here's my thing. Okay, so if Jeremy's leaving and Bonnie comes back, Elena and Damon just got back together, but it's kind of like I'm a little bit about them right now.
Think a new love
and
triangle.
Bonnie and Damon seem to have really started caring about each other. Do you guys think there are still like fans out there of that romance?
There are. They're talking on YouTube right now, actually, Lauren.
Amazing.
I don't know. I don't have any pulled up right now. They're kind of like, we've got hundreds of comments. You guys are awesome. It's like hard for me to scroll through all of these and find them, but definitely you guys are all for some Damon action.
Well, while we catch up on YouTube, we're gonna take a tiny break and we're gonna be back to talk more topics.
Hey, I'm Tommy Bechtold from TheStream.tv, and let me tell you, when it comes to Valentine's Day, I am a total zero. My bad ideas for gifts range from stale chocolates to baby alligators. And let me tell you something about baby alligators. They become full-size alligators, and then you got a zoo problem. So I racked my brain for what would be the perfect Valentine's gift, and the answer the whole time was right under my nose. Kai Move flowers. These things are beautiful. Give them to the person you love the most. There you go, big guy, nice shirt. Happy Valentine's Day. Make Valentine's Day Valentine's Day by clicking below.
And happy Valentine's Day. What girl doesn't love some flowers?
I'm gonna
on
get you some flowers, ladies.
Speaking of Valentine's, we were so close yet so far from that Sterile kiss. We really thought it was going to happen tonight, guys. Did you all think it was going to happen?
I didn't think it was going to happen.
I didn't either.
No.
I really
Okay,
didn't.
we thought it was going to happen.
Definitely
Absolutely. They're
Possible.
taking as long as... I mean, I still... I'm really 50-50. I have to admit, though, I did feel it a little bit more tonight than I normally do.
It was
my God,
adorable.
shocker. But I still think they're going to be friends. I do.
Oh, no, I think they're going to get together.
There was some sexual chemistry going on.
Like I said, I felt it a little bit more, but I don't know.
When-
I'm not sold yet.
When we saw the next week,
Yes.
though, they said a new chapter and then showed them together, and he was like playing with Caroline's hair, which
We'll
is
see.
kind of an intimate thing to do. Like if I scooted over and played with your hair, it'd get a little weird, you know? It's not
I don't know, I
something
kind of
you
want
do.
to, though. It just looks so good today.
Yeah, I love it. But another reason why I really love that scene, obviously, more so because Caroline is just always so bubbly and happy, but she's been going through so much with her mom and then Bonnie and trying to find that damn bear. So it was really a good opportunity for her to let go of some of those emotions. And Stefan, that's why he was out there. That's why he was keeping an eye on her. That's why he was purposely trying to get her riled up. Did you guys notice in the beginning?
Oh, 100%.
He was being really mean.
Yeah.
And she even pushed him to the ground.
Yeah.
I kind of think it would be an interesting storyline, though, if she turned her humanity off for a couple episodes and went crazy, and they had to go back to saving someone who was an original cast member instead of bringing all these new stories.
She's never
in.
lost control.
Yeah, and she
ever.
really has had it easy as a vampire.
Yeah.
Like she was the one who transitioned seamlessly.
Because she had Stefan on her side.
Because she had Stefan on her side.
It's true.
It is.
Yeah,
true.
it'll be
helped
interesting
her.
to see what happens now.
Yeah, and we only got to see angry Caroline for 10 seconds,
Yeah.
and that shovel move was come on.
Yeah, I know.
I
You can
miss,
do better than that,
I
girl.
miss snarky Caroline.
Yeah.
I do
me
too. I do too.
I want those one-liners about like planning parties and stuff again.
Right.
We haven't had parties in so long.
Not high school anymore, finally.
We miss blood and parties.
We miss blood and parties.
Yeah.
Blood and parties. No one's in college. It's just getting all
one's
crazy
in.
and all over the place. But we have Kai, so that's good. That's just keeping me going.
Hanging on to Guy.
And then I was so excited because my other lover, Matt, appeared in this episode.
He looked hot.
Oh my gosh, Matt gets hotter by the episode. I'm like, oh,
Not in every
he
episode,
and
so he needs
Enzo-
to.
I know, it's true. I missed him, guys. I missed him.
But he and Enzo side by side, it was like, all
Yeah,
right.
it was great. And they, at first I was like thinking it was gonna be a bromance, but then these girls were like, no, Meg, it's not a bromance. This is just getting all sorts of weird. But Enzo was on a mission to, what was he saying at the end? Sarah Salvatore, he wants her to know what the Salvatore
Well, no,
clan.
he wants Stefan.
That's right,
If
that's
he's
right.
like hurting Stefan.
Yes,
By
yes.
turning her bad. He said like by the end I want her begging me to
Right,
make
so
her a
he
vampire,
has
yeah.
this
vampire.
entire mission and this plan for Sarah, and I kind of wanted to see more of that storyline
I
this
feel like
episode.
he's gonna make her like fall in love with him. I think that's what he's.
I thought he was
going to
compel her to do like really awful stuff and then make her forget that he compelled her. Because he said, I
yeah,
want her to
that's
think
true.
she actually did all
Did
these
all
But
Okay,
he said,
definitely.
but Matt was like, what, you're gonna compel her? And he was like, no, I'm gonna just make her do these bad
Yeah.
things.
But how?
Right.
I don't.
But he said he's like, I'm gonna put
really
myself
think
in her
he's hot.
life.
He just must really
Yeah.
have a high opinion of himself if he
Does
thinks
anyone
she's.
want Enzo to just go away
Yes,
too?
very much
Okay,
so.
I
I feel bad for
I do.
hating on all these people. Like, I don't want Liv. I miss the regular crew.
I know.
Yeah.
I did really like Enzo, but I thought Enzo was going to be more of like a Kai, and now he's not. And it's like they're throwing this storyline in, and we have no idea where they're going with
He's
it.
just really purposeless right now, and there's nothing. I don't
yeah,
get the whole
I'm not
Stefan
feeling
obsession.
it.
And they're trying to create this storyline with Sarah, and who knows? We don't know. It could go somewhere amazing. But what I did think was amazing about it is I felt some chemistry between Matt and Sarah. Did you guys?
Oh, yeah.
Even though it was kind
Yeah,
of forced
Matt's
from
side.
Enzo, I definitely think because Enzo even said something. He said, "How'd you like your little date there?" Even though it was a planned date, he said something to Matt. He's like, "You're feeling it, aren't you?" And
Like, how'd you feel watching that?
I was a little jealous. I was like, Matt, is this gonna work, buddy, or is it not gonna work?
Okay,
Because,
here's a really good question
Okay.
though from YouTube. Chris Hawkins, thank you, asked, do you think there is a love triangle between Matt, Sarah, and Enzo?
I mean, there probably will be.
Yeah, but I love that. That could be interesting.
But why? I don't really care about the characters
well,
enough.
but Matt's so innocent and Enzo's so evil. It could be like Elena and Stefan and Damon all over
Matt
again.
never gets the
guess.
girl. Like, ever.
he never gets the girl.
Because he's waiting for you.
Can you just thank you? I just like
He got Rebekah. He and Rebekah had that whole
They were
little
cute. I
did.
liked them
affair.
so much.
They did.
really
I know.
liked
I feel
them.
like the writers are just trying to keep these characters
On the
going
show.
and on the show, but
Yeah.
the storylines are getting
So
kind
let's
of
just get some
all
more
over the place.
doppelgangers up
No.
in here.
More
Like,
doppelgangers.
I miss the doppelgangers.
I miss Catherine.
Like, stop with the
Catherine,
random
yes.
characters.
Does anyone else miss Catherine?
Yes, very
Who
much
does?
so.
I don't. You
TDAS.
guys always talk about your Catherine.
I thought you
love.
liked Catherine.
I like
Oh.
Catherine, but I think the way they ended it with her was so good, and like it's at rest now.
Elena is just getting really boring to me, guys.
boring.
I'm
Oh,
just
she
gonna,
is boring.
It's just bad, and I think she needs to play Catherine again because she was great at it.
Yeah.
Should we say what we liked about this episode? I feel like we really talked about
It was
haters tonight.
actually. I mean, I
it was
actually did
intense.
enjoy
It was
this
a good
episode.
episode.
Yeah,
Right, it was
Thanks,
good.
Lauren.
I was just
Lauren, what did
feeling
you
bad.
enjoy about this episode?
I liked the Caroline and Stefan thing.
Yes, that was great.
I do like that they're holding the suspense, but I definitely think they're gonna get together.
We'll see. I'm not like no. I'm big no. I don't see it yet. I felt it a little more tonight. I did.
And I loved Bonnie. I loved her
Yeah.
scene, and I
it
loved
was
that she
powerful.
like fought through it. The scene where the garage opened and the light came in,
Yeah.
and Jeremy was sitting right there was a
Yeah.
little
We laughed.
silly. We
may have
laughed. We were like, oh, the hero. But I liked that
Right.
plot storyline.
And before we wrap up our topics, we can't go to commercial break without talking very quickly about Elena and Damon getting into bed together. And we haven't seen a scene like that in a long time.
Were they in bed
Melinda's
together,
over-
or was it just like on the table?
No,
Did
no,
they
no,
ever
no,
actually-
they were in bed.
They
Oh,
were
it was
in
in
a.
Yes, Jessica.
It looked like
Where's your head at?
She was reading YouTube comments, guys.
She was working.
Yeah.
She was working.
No, but it looks like, okay, then I just...
No, they were in
I just
bed.
misread the surface, guys.
I do have to say, I did think that their chemistry was a lot better.
It was a lot better.
Tonight.
Oh, a lot
I was
better.
feeling the connection more. The past couple weeks, I was not feeling it just because of what's going on in their personal lives and real life. You could
Lauren?
tell, yeah, it was awkward on screen.
Lauren said the best thing during the episode. She's like, hey, honey, will you marry me? Okay, I've got to go make out with my ex-girlfriend now. Like, speaking as like Nikki Reed and Eve.
But do you guys think, because a lot of people said when Stefan and Elena were together that their relationship started to get boring. I feel like the same thing's going to happen with Elena and Damon.
Something needs
that's a
to
good
go
point.
on.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for a
Damon.
love connection between
Yes,
Kai and
absolutely.
Elena. But we want to know
I
what
want
you
that
think.
too.
We want to know
I
what
do
you think.
too.
And
Tweet
then
us using the
Bonnie
hashtag
Bennett.
TVDAS, and we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll see you on the flip side.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
Just in case you missed it live.
Oh, just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, I'm doing something right now.
So we're all super excited.
This is dancing.
So what would that be, like a 7?
I cannot. I literally cannot. You guys have got to get it together.
Don't hate the player, don't hate the game. Hate the contract you didn't get.
He's a coward. He's a giant chicken shit.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be like hurricane. Whoa.
Watch out for those girls. They are gagging them.
Hold the phone,
Hold on.
bro.
Bennett, the more brutal you are, the more power you have.
Right.
That was sexy, it was hot, it was heated, I was into it.
You are gonna be the most high-paid hooker in the world.
Go ahead and invite your friends and everybody. Tell your mama, tell them don't ahead, turn the stove off and get up on the computer so we can get on the stream.tv.
Thank you again for joining us, and until next week, bye-bye.
Hey guys, and welcome back. We're gonna get right into your fan questions because they're really good. And don't forget, we are always on Twitter, so you can even during the week, if you have a question, just use that hashtag TVDAS and we will be on it. So our first fan question comes from Asma Mohammed says, what if Luke is inside of Kai's mind like a traveler? Which is, you hit the nail on the head.
Right.
And I pulled this question earlier, so you were on your game because that's exactly what happened.
Well,
tonight.
I don't think it's exactly what happened. Like, he's
true.
in there, but he's not conscious.
It's not
Kai,
100% control.
yeah, Kai just has pieces of him now.
But it's still
He just
weird.
has his traits. He
Yeah.
just has Luke's traits.
Yeah, but it's also still weird to me that Liv was able to see through Luke's eyes.
yeah.
There are now Kai's
That's
eyes.
like a
so it
piece of
is.
his soul.
Right.
We don't know how much of Luke's soul is in Kai or if it will ever
Right.
go away or whatnot.
Or if
but
more of him is going to start taking over.
Or if Luke can come back. That's what I
Or-
was thinking
yeah, if
when
he
they
can-
did
yeah.
the
Let's
whole
Just bring
eyes thing.
Luke back if we're gonna have a nice Kai.
Well, if Luke comes back, then there'll be an evil Kai.
Well, I just want Kai to stay bad. I want him to be able to control the Luke in him and stay bad. Like, it was a little bit nerve-wracking tonight when he couldn't get up the gumption to kill Liv.
But I loved that moment
know,
when he
it
was
was
hitting
a-
himself.
I know.
Like,
Yeah,
it
that was a
great.
great
That was a
moment.
great
Yeah.
moment.
But he's got to figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, fan question number 2 comes from PLLAS Big A. What do you think of a TBD Originals crossover where Klaus is the one to kill Kai? Ooh. Join the writers' staff because you are on it.
They'd have to figure it out, though, because they don't even know what's going on in their shows separately. So
Yeah.
I don't know how they do that crossover.
Only if Caroline and Klaus can also get back together.
I know.
No,
we all miss
we're
Klaus.
just getting Stefan and Caroline.
Okay, but I'm Steroline unless there's Claroline.
What if we combined all three? What is their names? Stero Clow?
I think we need our own TBD dictionary. I think that we're going to make up our own words.
Really
from now on. And our next fan question comes from Manuel Guerrero. Is Kai the best villain to show up on TVD?
Since Klaus.
Since Klaus.
Yeah,
Since
he's
Klaus.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who was one of my favorites, though? The vampire hunter. the bald black guy. What's his name? Connor. I really liked him. He was really good.
He was good.
He was evil. He was great.
He was like the teacher, right? And then he...
No, he just showed up.
I think Kai
he wasn't there for that long.
is writing a similar story to what Klaus was doing, because Klaus was pure evil, but he had a soft spot for Caroline. So now Kai, pure evil, but now he's getting a soft spot too. So there are similarities between the two.
Yeah,
definitely.
for sure.
Similar storyline.
What do you guys think though? So if Kai keeps a little bit compassion but gets rid of some of it, who's the one person you think he would be compassionate towards?
Elena.
Okay,
Elena. Yeah. I'm excited for it, guys.
Which leads me to our YouTube question from Brittany McCullough tonight. She asked, do you think Kai will have a love connection with someone? And if so, who?
I hope Elena.
I'm in agreement with Elena. Lauren, who do you want him to have a love interest with?
I don't know. That's a tough one. It would be interesting if it was Bonnie.
Yeah.
If she came back and
what if he
was
apologizes
nicer
to her and like tries to?
He's clearly
She's gonna need a lot
Elena,
of love when she gets back. So I mean, like the more to love on Bonnie, probably the better.
Yes.
I don't know if I want him with Elena either. I think that like she's just not hitting it for me right now as far as like the chemistry goes, and I give her a lot of credit. Like, girl has got to work it with her ex-boyfriend. Like, that cannot be easy, but I don't know. I'm not feeling it from her right now, so I don't know. Well, Kai is so good at hitting it. I don't know if I want to see them together.
I don't know if there's a woman in there for him right now, but I'm sure we'll be getting some new cast members.
Exactly. I think there's so many different directions that the show can go. And now we want to hear what direction you guys think that the show is going to go in, because we are taking your questions every week. So if you want your question featured next week, make sure you tweet us, #TVDAS. Go ahead and subscribe to thestream.tv. And that wraps up tonight's episode, guys. We will see you next Thursday after Vampire Diaries on the CW.
Bye. Bye. Thanks for having me.
Tweet us using the #TVDAS. Subscribe right now to thestream.tv on YouTube, and we will see you next week.